So I'm up here at the Sugar Works, working with Dean. We're in the middle of getting some burners running. And I get a call from Nate Zimmet. Yeah, he's a sweet corn farmer near Cortland, Ohio. So it's about a half-hour south of me. And I caught their article through a Farm Bureau. Must have been a ad or something. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. I love sweet corn. Who doesn't love sweet corn in the summer? So I reached out to him and said, hey man, I'd like to make a YouTube episode about your guys' sweet corn operation. They had bought a sweet corn operation from another fellow that was done. You know, that was it. And he wanted to pass it on, so that's what they did. They took over that sweet corn outfit, and this guy's planting acres of sweet corn, which I'm jealous. I am jealous. So going to meet Nate and get some sweet corn, some fabulous sweet corn footage just for you. So he said this is the last time he's planting, and wasn't the greatest moment for me, so it doesn't matter. You know, sometimes you're farming and it's a Sunday evening at 6 o'clock and you're in the middle of something and a guy's got to put crops in the ground, and he said it's dry enough. So sorry about the last minute notice, but can you get over here and get that footage? And I said, yep, let's do it. I interrupted my son, my oldest son, told him, hey, I need the drone. Meet me at this address. Of course, 17-year-olds love that, you know. They have no plans until you need them. Then they got plans. It's just the way it is. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. We're going to learn about some sweet corn today. Yeah, catch you at the end. Well, I don't know which one it is.
You have arrived.
I'm guessing it's this one. Question for you, Nate. How many acres of sweet corn you got?
So right now I've got 24 acres planted.
24 planted.
And today we're going to finish it off and do the last thing. So we'll put us at 30 acres.
30 acres of sweet corn. Multiple varieties.
So I've got 2 different varieties. One's an all yellow variety and a 5-color yellow and white variety. So
Gotcha.
just a little bit different sweetness between the two.
Cool. Nice. Girl Scout cookies, for real?
Yeah.
Is that your lunch?
Well, so at the base, they
hit you up.
No, they donated like a whole bunch of boxes.
Seriously?
I put it put the ones without chocolate.
Because you know everybody else likes the other ones.
This is all corn that we do, corn stock bundles for the fall.
Okay. So these corn stock bundles, are they a certain type, like field corn?
Yeah, it's field corn, but this is single row. Like the sweet corn I plant single row, this I plant single row, but the rest of our crops we plant double row corn, and it's side by side.
I got you. So you can fit down through the rows.
Well, actually my corn bundler, it's from 1921, it doesn't like the double rows and it can't catch it all and bundle it. So.
Is it ground driven on a chain?
Yeah.
That's cool. I noticed you leave like a swath down each.
Yep.
So you leave like a swath down each one.
I leave 4 rows in between each one. Can you shut this off?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I leave 4 rows. So I do 16 rows, skip 4, 16. That's why you see the path.
And that's so you can get equipment up and down to...
Yeah, so, you know, I start hitting a good patch of sweet corn and, you know, I have to stop in the middle. Instead of backing out all the way, it gives me an escape, you know, to get out of there from where I'm at to go and load. So I've learned a lot the first year. I didn't leave that skip row and I got stuck in the middle of the field and I'm backing out at 2 a.m. You know, you can't see anything. The LED lights are helpful, but it's pitch black and just you out there. So I had to do something different. That's why I've kind of changed over time, shorten it up so I have those rows and keeps the neighbors talking too.
Did you learn that from somebody or did you come up with that?
So actually that's based off of, you know, for fertilizer application, for sprayer application. That's why I have it set that width also. I learned that, you know, just by trial and error. There's a lot of times I'll make changes to try to make it fit better. I noticed the corn did better with shorter rows, and it's kind of just what I stuck with. So
now you said the corn, this type of corn is not field corn. This is edible sweet corn.
Right. This is all edible sweet corn here. So this is my first planting. You see, that's actually 6 acres. First planting I got is like May 8th. I put it in. It's looking real good. You know, that it was muddy when I planted it, but you know, it's one of those things that just took my chances and tried to get it in as soon as I can. If we wait too long and then we miss that first, you know, picking coming in, this will be ready like August 1st about. So I don't tell anybody what's gonna be ready.
Because you don't know.
My best guess is August 1st.
I got you.
On that first patch.
I got you.
So the hard
How do you tell people? Like the night before, a week before?
Yeah, so what we have is a 24/7 Sweetcorn Hotline.
I called it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You got the recording this time of year. Usually it's nothing exciting. People call it because I can see the...
Now, do you care if I put the number down below?
No, that'd be fine.
All right, cool.
That'd be fine. Yep, 330-259-0757. So that's our 24/7 hotline. It doesn't ring to my house, so it's electronic, so you can call it anytime.
And it just tells the customers what movies are playing.
Well,
yeah,
no,
so drive-in.
So we give some information like what time we're going to open for the day, what variety we're picking that day. If Kaylee's doing a you pick events in the flower garden, we kind of just put all the information out there because we don't have set hours. You know, we're relying on the weather, we're relying on the equipment, and you know, if something breaks down or you know we get that real nasty rain the night before and we got to shut down, that's kind of the purpose of the hotline, because I was worried if we set hours right from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and you know I got to close down that day, I got nothing to sell for the day. So
I got you.
That was something we adopted from the Lutz's family. They had a hotline. We just changed it a little bit so I can update it from my cell phone. They had a series of answering machines together to take the calls, but
I can just picture like 3 or 4 old-fashioned answer machines with the tapes.
Yeah, we use a voicemail service we found, and Kaylee
Works
and I
good.
both update it from our phone, and even I've done it from the picker sometimes. She's told me I need to not do that because it's so loud in the machine, because I get too excited, you know.
You know the
Sometimes you
corn's
get out
ready
there,
and you want to let everyone know.
I want to let everybody know to come get it. So.
Am I going to be able to see that picker around at some point?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
For sure. It's neat.
So this is year 3 for you guys.
Yep.
You bought the Lutz's their business.
Right, their sweet corn business. So they still farm in Leavittsburg, but they just sold the sweet corn portion of it. So, yeah. So
and you got 26 acres, and then you just planted 4 to make 30.
Right.
Or was it 26?
Well, there was 24 acres I had planned. I planned that last 6 acres I had left.
Beautiful.
So.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling me.
Yeah.
I dropped everything. I was like, I can't miss this.
No, it worked out good. I was like, you know what? I looked at the weather.
I'm glad you remembered.
Yeah.
Because I kind of forgot. I'm like, 330 number. Who is this?
Who is this guy? Yeah, I seen the breaking the weather. You know, I've sat inside before and seen the little pieces of weather coming through. And if you sit inside, guaranteed it won't rain. If you go outside and start planting, it's gonna rain.
It's kind of like me if I bought a snowplow and I haven't had to use it yet.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. So
put the snowplow in the truck, it won't snow.
Well, yeah, that's how it works.
Well, cool, man. This is great.
Yeah, this is the first patch. I'm looking at beginning of August. That'll be ready, and then this is where I parked here to show you. This is the split. This is the second patch that's coming on the second half of the field.
I got you. So this will be ready first.
Yep.
This is next.
Yeah. So you know, we get into the challenge of I've got a 10-day picking window on this patch. So only 10 days this 6-acre patch is good for. So it gives me the challenge where I gotta get that off in a hurry, get it sold. I mean, that's why we have the hotline. And you know, if I let it sit or you know, something doesn't cooperate, the weather, the equipment, I'll lose, you know, a good portion of that. So
how many acres is this?
This is 6. This is a 6-acre.
So you kind of do it in 6-acre batches?
Yeah, I've noticed. You know, we kind of go. We do heavy patches in the beginning. The 2 first patches are 6. Then I back off in the middle because what I've noticed is when kids go back to school, people get back to being busy, and you know, our business definitely slows down. You know, for a while, and that's why I don't want to waste any in the middle. Is really what my goal is. So I'm not brush hogging it at the end of the season, wasting the sweet corn. So.
How do you eat your sweet corn?
Just butter and salt. That's all you need to put on it. So
You don't tell people they shouldn't use margarine, do you?
I don't tell.
You should.
No.
I mean, I'm serious. Butter, it's like fake maple syrup. Margarine's like fake maple syrup.
Yeah.
I sell maple syrup. I'm a maple guy.
You have the real stuff.
It's, you know, the Aunt Jemima is like...
This is Butterworth. No, you need the...
That's like, what is that? Wheel bearing grease. Margarine is like wheel bearing grease.
Yeah. No,
Real butter. My aunt used to bring us real butter. And I'm sweet corn. My dad would grow the sweet corn. She'd bring real butter because my mom was a margarine kid. And I was like, what is this magical stuff? I'm like, we finally convinced her. Like, Mom, stop buying that wheel bearing grease. It doesn't leave your mouth.
Yep.
It's awful.
Yeah. It's a different taste.
It's awful. Real butter with sweet corn.
Real butter and, you know, salt. And
do you roll it right there on the stick?
Oh, yeah,
and
you have to. Oh, yeah. My son's got creative. He just throws it in the fire, heats it up, and he throws some salt
So with the husk on, throws it in the fire.
Yeah.
And then pulls the husk off.
Yeah, he puts it in the coals and...
There's enough moisture in the husk to basically steam it then.
Yeah, so he's tried it both ways. He's...
Is this the oldest?
Yeah, my oldest. Yeah, he's always trying different things to try just how to cook sweet corn. So he's the creative one. But,
I like that you got one thing, you get good at it, right? Like, my problem was I tried like 6 different things at once. Like, I should have just tried one thing. But if you just get good at sweet corn, that's the way to do it.
that's what we're trying to do. I mean,
Because then you're going to find somebody that's good at hogs and raising pork.
Yeah. So
and they'll trade you corn for guys that do maple syrup. You might want to trade you some maple syrup for some corn.
Yep. It works out perfect.
You know what I mean? Like, they're good at what they do.
Sure.
You're good at than just some horse trading.
Yeah, so my good buddy, he actually uses our pasture behind the house, and so, you know, off of every corn stalk, there's 2 ears, and that second ear, you know, harvested by machine, you know, that second ear is not ready and not big enough, so we actually grind it all up, and he uses it for feed. So it's
no kidding.
Yeah, so it's all sweet corn feed.
So there's 2 ears on every stalk, but one is ripe earlier.
Right, one's gonna.
So even though the picker's coming through, it's not going to tell the difference.
Right, it's going to pick both of them at the same time, and that's where we take it back to our sorting room, and we actually separate the good stuff.
You could probably eyeball it and tell.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Is there any way to get a sweet spot where you can get both ears?
Both ears ready? No. So if you're hand picking,
or one's going to be too old.
Right. If you're hand picking, that's the only way you can do it, and it's just not realistic for us. So, you know, we're pulling in, you know, anywhere from 8 to 2,000 dozen a day. I'd say is about the average that we're selling.
But you really have to sort through double that,
right? Right, double the amount. So every.
Did you know that? I didn't know this. Yeah. I mean, I knew you got 2 in a stalk, but I didn't know they matured at 2 different times.
Yeah. So if you were to come back through, say, you know, my machine, what it does, it cuts it and it pulls the whole stalk in, and it pops the ear off. It pops off both. You know, if you went through and hand picked it, I could leave it and somebody can come back through and pick it a second time, but that's not left over. The machine takes the whole stalk at once.
I got you.
We just don't want to waste anything. You know, the first year I made some changes. You know, I wasted a little bit, but getting to minimal waste, where finding a use for everything. So that sweet corn feed that goes to my buddy's cows, and
they probably love it.
Oh my gosh, when he pulls out of the farm here, really just going from our
they probably start mooing.
Our sorting room, they could hear the bang of the wagon of it bumping off the hitch, and those cows are running down through the pasture to come eat that mash. So
does he grind it up, or do you guys grind it up?
So I have a grinder off of our sorting line. There's a second belt that goes out and it grinds it up into a wagon where he takes it out to dump it in the pasture.
Oh, they probably love it.
Oh, they go wild over it.
It is like 10 times more valuable.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Well, the scary part is, you know, we bring in the cows, but it brings in every other animal there is.
Oh, I'm sure. Like raccoons. What do raccoons do to this?
They destroy it. So,
do you have guys coming out? And
so, you know, this year I actually have a friend that's coming to help me this year. I've actually trapped them myself. The first year I wasn't as proactive as I should have been. I kind of I knew they were going to be bad. And, you know, we go from a small 3-acre sweet corn patch where I have like 4 traps to what am I going to do with 30 acres? How am I going to control?
They're the most devastating because they get in and knock it down, right?
Right. So the raccoons come in
They're the worst. Are they the worst?
Oh, they're the worst. You know, that and red-winged blackbirds are the other
they're getting it before it comes through.
Right. So the raccoons, I could tell the damage that they do because they actually pull the stalk down and they'll eat the good corn off. But
Jerks.
I've seen them take like 3 acres down. I had one night I came out. I really think they took 3 acres down when I came to pick because it looked perfect. I was ready to go. And
they thought so too.
Yeah, but they did it right in the middle of the field, so I couldn't see it. So it was.
You got to get them.
We do. Yeah.
I bet you got some big ones out here.
Oh yeah.
You're growing them.
Well, I am. You know, you saw when that patch that I was planting. The reason I kept it away from the woods is because they're going to come right out of there. That's like my buffer zone to keep them out. So.
You guys got good dogs?
Well, I have a dog, Maizey. She's not trained for raccoon.
I got you.
So yeah, she's I think she'd probably run up to it and lick it or something, give it a kiss.
Well, you got the boys. I'm telling you, man, a black lab. I don't know. Those things just know. I don't know. We grew up with them. They would take woodchucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a black lab mix. That's probably why.
Sure. Yeah,
most black labs want to lick you to death.
Maisie's trained to eat sweet corn, so that's really all she does. She runs out. She'll eat ears. She'll find them all and just tear them up.
I can totally see why you like come out here.
It's peaceful.
Heck yeah.
Now we get to the. I was hoping that happened when we were out here. You know why we call it Eagle Ridge Farm. A lot of people ask us. You know, we plant on ridges. You saw when I was planting.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we don't till the ground, no till planting, and then we have 2 eagles nests at the farm, and whenever I'm out here working, they're checking on me. You know, I always think they're watching over me, taking care of me. You know, and,
they're waiting for you to chase something up.
They are. A lot of times they'll come up. There's a rabbit last year, and I pushed out, and the eagle took care of it. So.
Pretty quick.
Yeah. Look at the field corn, and then talk about cross pollination. It could happen, but so I planted.
Somebody told me that it'll make the sweet corn a little tougher.
It'll turn it. You won't want to eat it. So I make sure that doesn't happen.
So you got them perfectly timed.
I hope so.
If it's tough sweet corn, we'll know you did.
Yeah, we'll know I didn't do it right. But this is planted May 8th. This is planted. What is it? Today's the 30th now. So it was like June 15th. So the time that's a longer day corn. So I'm not concerned. I think this doesn't grow very high compared to that. We still got some time before it starts to tassel and pollinate. But
you're gambling a little bit.
I am gambling. I mean, we gamble every day in farming. I mean, you take your chances.
It's farming, yeah.
It might not work out. It might be the best thing. You never know.
Look how the skies opened up.
Oh yeah.
You're not worried. You think you got her?
Oh, of course I am worried. I mean, there's a chance it could happen, but I try not to get the fields too far from the farm, because we're hauling loads of sweet corn back. So I'll come pick off probably the first opening day. I'll take this first 2 patches out and haul that back. The second patch is always my favorite.
second batch?
Yeah. And the only reason is it's got a perfect stand, perfect spacing on the rows. Because that first patch, it was...
You're saying your first one's practice?
No, my first patch is like, I just need to get it in.
I got you.
So I have corn coming on, and it never looks right. I mean, it's muddy. It's, you know, the weather is. It was super muddy the day I put that in. But this patch had perfect weather. You know, it was dry. You can see it just looks so more uniform and perfect as you go through. And it's always like that every year. The second patch is at the best.
Well, you got a little more, you know, practice in.
Yeah, that's it. But I got a couple of test patches up there, so the seed companies are always changing their varieties. I'm always trying to see what else is good. So last year I tried a variety just to see what it was like.
Now, do you buy special sweet corn that's like Roundup ready?
No, so we're all non-GMO.
For real?
Yep, all conventional sweet corn.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we got to turn that off. All right, so is this Roundup ready corn?
No, so this is not Roundup ready. This is all conventional sweet corn.
Is this like an heirloom variety kind of, or is it?
You know, it's I don't want to talk too much about the varieties.
Oh yeah, you don't want to give away your secrets. So, but it is not like you're not spraying Roundup on this.
Right, this is non-GMO.
This is human consumption.
Correct. Yep. Yeah. So, you know, a lot of customers ask the question, you know, is this GMO sweet corn? This is non-GMO sweet corn. It's conventional. You know, it's, I know the biggest difference between the field corn that we grow and sweet corn, you know, our field corn, you can spray, you know, chemicals on it and it won't kill it, you know,
sure.
etc. So,
but it probably does a number on this if you.
So, I mean, oh yeah, we have any corn left out here.
This corn is not Roundup proof.
Yeah, that'd be a bad day. So, I won't say it.
But no one wants to work this hard, Nate. That's I used to keep everything a secret. You know how many people want to come out here and friggin' plant corn on a Sunday night?
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah,
you. Like no one's gonna be like beating down like a rival sweet corn place. Like no.
You know, you see our view though. I mean, like
that's true.
This is it. This is, you know.
Is that like the house or is that the lake? Do we have
so
like
the lake? Mosquito Lake is right there.
Like we can see that?
Yeah, that's the lake. Yep.
How about that?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can zoom on that.
In the fall and winter, it's really nice. You can see
all the way through.
Oh yeah.
So there's a lake right there, shot of the lake. That's cool.
Yeah. Part of it is, you know, when we purchased their sweet corn operation, that was part of the, you know, the secret was their corn. I already had my corn. That was my favorite. Mm-hmm. And I
always like Silver Queen.
Silver Queen's
hard to grow.
No, I just don't care.
You don't like it?
Everybody asks me for Silver Queen. That's like
you gotta grow it. You gotta pick it early. That's the key. You need little kernels.
I know the picking window is real small too, and that's where I need.
From a commercial operation, you don't want to do that. I
can't do that now. So this guy asked me for Silver Queen every year. He asked me, "Are you growing Silver Queen?" I said, "I'm not growing. I don't like it. If I don't like it, I'm not going to grow it."
Every fall, people ask me how the maple season's doing. I'm like, I used to tell you, well, maple season's in the spring, and then they'd be like, the next fall, how's maple season? I'm like, it's fine, bud. Like, I don't even bother trying to explain it anymore.
So I had, jeez, what month was that? Was it May? I think I was just getting the planter ready, or sitting at the dinner table, and my son's outside, and he goes, "Dad, there's somebody in the driveway." I was like, all right. So I get up, and the guy says, "Is the sweet corn about ready?"
Was it March?
And I was like, it's May, and I need to put the planter in the ground yet. So I was like, you got some time, bud. So I was like, I gave him one of our magnets and stuff, and I was like, there's a big disconnect. Like people don't talking about when sweet corn's ready or when syrup's ready. So
it's like a whole nother lingo. That's why I do this.
Yeah.
Because it's like a whole nother lingo that people are learning, and you know, it's like breathing for you.
Sure. But
you're seriously into sweet corn.
Yeah.
And
you're seriously into maple
syrup.
Right.
So like, you know, asking questions. I don't know anything, so that's why I only know from what my dad, you know, the most he ever raised was an acre, which was a ton to us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is a ton.
And we would sell it by the roadside, and during fair week we would clean up, you know. It was awesome. And I loved it.
Oh, I forgot that video you did for Dick Sutton that was amazing. It
was a good video.
So man, I've known Dick forever. So
yeah.
And Jared sells his syrup here
at your place. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we sell tons of his syrup. Yeah, people like the fact that I tell them that's my good buddy Jared. Like, so
heck yeah,
Jared was in the Marines, I was in the Marines, so
heck yeah.
My sister went to school with him. That's how him and I, known each other forever. I could help him out. I was telling, there's a lady who came out from the farm and dairy.
That's where I saw the.
Oh, okay.
That's where I saw it.
Yeah, so the Our Ohio lady did put us in the Our Ohio magazine for June, and then Farm and Dairy saw the. I
think grant. I saw.
There's a grant that I applied for over the winter, and I got the grant, and they put an article out, and that's where Farm and Dairy picked up on it. So good
deal. You guys are just like cruising. You need more stuff to sell.
I got enough to do. So I mean, there's 30 acres of sweet corn. We got 30 acres of pumpkins on the backfield.
Oh, you're just a glutton for punishment.
So I got a bunch of kids that come help for that. The same kids that help us carry bags and stuff for people at the sweet corn building also pick pumpkins. So
I gotcha.
That's really that patch I planted tonight. It's pushing it because.
So this is all consumer direct. You don't sell to grocery stores, or do you have any?
So we tried it. We tried it, and what happened was I have bulk bins that hold 60 dozen, and I had a buyer lined up, said he was coming. I had it packaged, and he didn't show. So I'm like, okay. He's like, I'll be there. I'm coming. I'll be there in an hour, and it turns into 2 hours, and here I am. We're getting ready to close. I mean, like, I'm done for the day. I'm ready to go to sleep, get my nap in before we start picking again. Still didn't show. I'm calling the guy, ghosted me, didn't answer.
It's tough.
And it happened the second time, and that's when I told my wife, like, we're getting rid of bulk orders. We're not doing that at all.
What about CSAs? Have you worked with any of those guys?
No, we haven't. We really don't.
You're a good fit for it, though.
Yeah, we really don't have anything, close right now. There's this restaurant Niles that showed up, and he bought 80 dozen, and they bagged it themselves. They're really picky. They bagged their own.
They came and picked it.
Yeah, they brought 5 guys, and they sorted through all the wagons and got what corn they wanted, and they're really picky. They want the fattest ears they could find. I'm trying to tell them, like, you don't want that.
Yeah.
It's like you want the smaller ones.
You want the good tasting ones.
Yeah.
You don't want to be picking the kernels out of your teeth.
No, not at all.
It's funny. It's true, though.
Yeah.
What people want.
Yeah.
So this isn't even ready yet, but.
No, we're not. My neighbor near ready.
It's a hoop building here, buddy.
Yeah. So I actually seen King Brothers in Bristol. They have hoop buildings. I know Rex King. I went and talked to him. I was like, how do you like it? He's like, oh, they're great, and got a 20-year warranty. I was like,
yeah.
Okay. So I didn't want a brick and mortar building because eventually, actually, I want to put in a store, like a actual store front and everything. But this is just temporary.
You got lots of traffic.
Yeah, we do. That's one of the main reasons I put it here.
Building. How many square feet under roof is it?
I'm not sure.
It's pretty good size. I bet you 50 by 70. I don't know.
But I needed something because we packed. People come in opening day. It is full of people. You can't fit one more person in there.
Man, that'd be cool.
All those wagons are full of corn. I've got 3 more sitting out back that we pile them high. That old 55 GMC we used to throw corn on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that thing's built. Huh.
The kid that put it in actually climbed in the middle, hand over hand, and would wrap his legs around it to hook those poles together.
Huh.
I thought, there's no way.
Did he have a tail?
No.
Man, anybody with a firewood business, this is ideal. It's big. It's mounted right down to these blocks. Well, it's like 36 wide. So 75 by 36 is my guess.
The best part, somebody asked me, hey, can I pick that sweet corn up next week? I said, you can, but
it won't be very good.
Part of the reason I put that patch across the road, everybody said, where do you grow the sweet corn at? I was telling them, oh, it's way over there. Like,
now you can just say right
there.
I got one maple tree at my facility. They're like, where's your trees? I'm like, that one. It's a really good one. So opening day, you'll pick all night. It'll go to the sorter. So it'll be the day before.
Like so. No, it's like really, I bring the loads in, a buddy of mine hauls them in, and we're sorting them like now. So if with the way I was doing it last year, I was picking 9 o'clock at night to about 11. We'd bring the loads back. I'd douse them with water, cool them off, and then park them somewhere, you know, in the building or somewhere where I know nothing's going to bother them. And then that cooled to get the temperature down so it doesn't spoil. Then we'd sort it in the morning, like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So
I want to be there for the whole thing, though.
all right.
Like start to finish. You got coffee?
Oh yeah, we go through tons of coffee. We got a double burner going all the time. So.
I drink it by the pot. This is
fun.
awesome, dude. I
I appreciate you coming out.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, the last minute call, I was like, I don't know.
Oh no. Oh no, I need it.
No, it worked out good. My kids were